Alright, Shalom, brothers. Just got a quick video. I'm finna show y'all me and the brother Karat Shamar doing. It's finna go into, what the brothers Ariana and Yashalama did a few years ago, going into the moral decay of society. Alright, so we just gonna bring up a few other points, you know what I mean? Just the extension or continuation of the beautiful video brothers did a few years ago. Hope your brothers like it. Shalom.
Alright, we in there. Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and citation to you elect Aki. I'm kicking this word of sincerity and truth. On the other line of the phone with me, I got the brother Karat Shamar, and I'm the brother Sha'ar. And we're from the Great Millstone Dallas camp. And there was something I wanted to go into, especially witnessing what we're seeing right now. I wanted to go into the decadence of the country, and if you don't know what decadence is, it's pretty much the moral decline or the moral decay of a society. And a lot of so-called great civilizations went through it before they actually fell. But I got an article pulling it up, and I might even pull up the on Wikipedia, the definition of decadence. Matter of fact, Salakia, I'm gonna pull that up first, really quick. Karat Shamar. Give me one sec.
Yeah, because basically at the end of the day, we're just gonna go into how this place is falling, man, and how every empire has fallen and gone through the exact damn near the same way every single time, and America's not gonna be any different than anywhere else at all.
All right, that's a good point, brother. All right, Shalaki for the wait, but I got the definition of decadence pulled up, and the word decadence, which at first meant simply decline, in an abstract sense, is now most often used to refer to a perceived decay in standards, morale, dignity, religious faith, or skill at governing amongst the members of the elite of a very large social structure, such as an empire or nation state. By extension, it may refer to a decline in art, literature, science, technology, and work ethics, or very loosely to self-indulgent behavior. Now, I'm gonna, pause on that really quick because we can even go to the whole art, music, whatever it is, and you see the music that's getting pushed out today. You know what I mean? The vibration, the low level vibration that they actually got Jake doing it mainly. You know what I mean? But that low level vibration that the music is out. You know what I mean? The stuff that they talk about makes no sense. They're not saying any words. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Another one, you got the TV, the idiot box. People watching it becoming dumber and dumber. Stuff like Basketball Wives, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Husbands of Atlanta, stuff like that. And it even explains a self-indulgent behavior. And in the book of 2 Timothy, it talks about perilous times will come when men will become lovers of themselves. You know what I mean? This place is strictly built off self-indulgence. You know what I mean? And it's like when you're in the spirit, you look at it and be like, this has to be the end. But a simple-minded simpleton will look at it and be like, nah, we still got plenty of time left. But they don't understand the signs that are here. It's kind of like idiots are all over the place, man. It's like they really don't understand. But again, it's that moral decline, what it was talking about. The moral decaying, the decaying of morality that society does, is losing. You know what I mean? It's just decaying away year by year. It gets worse and worse, again, from the music to the shows, even to the food, especially what this devil's been doing to the food, man. It's like everything is decaying. Everything is death. All right?
And I was reading this article the other day, Sha'ar. They were talking about one of the biggest crops that America has is corn. And what they're doing now, they're trying to put corn in every damn thing. It's already GMO'd up, but because it's so cheap and it can be rationed in so many different places. I mean, like when you look at, for instance, kids that eat these chicken nuggets, the batter is made of corn, then you got the corn syrup, then you got the corn that preserves the chicken. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to ration everything out, and it was brings us to another point where the vegetables are going to be made cheap too. You know what I'm saying? Because the people are on such low vibrations because, like you said, the food and the music and the water and the air and what they're listening to, who they're talking to, what they're talking about, the conversation, it's all tied in together to the moral decadence.
Time. Yeah, brother, that's a good point. It's like the standard of morality doesn't even exist anymore. It's just like, do what the hell you want to do, and we're not going to have no consequences for it. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like Jake will be like, "Oh, I got my girlfriend over here. She's so pretty." He's showing one of his boys, and one of his boys plotting, trying to get with her. It's like, where's the morality at with it? You know what I mean? And that's a heavy vibration that's getting pushed out right now, man. Like self-indulgence is out there, man. It's
Okay.
heavy, like you mentioned with the corn. You know what I mean? It's just everything's through, and that's not even real corn. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's modified corn that this devil had made. You know what I mean? Corn didn't look nothing like that about 100 years ago. You know, it didn't look nothing like that, didn't taste nothing like that, man. But through him being trying to play that God, have God body, what he believes, he feel like he can just manipulate everything. But when the stuff that this devil manipulates, he's putting it into a deeper grave than it. He's putting death to it. You know what I mean? He's the harbinger of death. He's the reason why is this decadence going on, man. Because when you rule with the sword, what do you do with the sword or with the weapon? You kill. And you not only kill people, but you kill everything that you touch.
Mhm. I want to get this. I want to get this verse that you brought up too. It's
Okay.
2 Timothy 3:2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from which turn away. And that's I mean, that's Esau, the white man. That's Eve. That's the 2/3. I mean, that's cast in this camp. In these camps out here. Disobedience to your parents, disobedience to the elders. Man, you just want to, one minute you want to say all praise, and the next minute you want to tell them they're going off. You know what I'm saying? all of that ties into not having a type of a moral compass. You know what I'm saying? Like where we're at right now, 2016. You couldn't. I mean, back in the 80s and even in the early 90s, you're not just gonna come up. Even if it's let's say I'm talking to your mom, and with the whole village raised a child. Because when I was coming up, if I didn't get home before the street lights went on, I got a whooping by my neighbor and my mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, these kids, there's no moral compass, and the parents are so lax that they talking back. They calling the CPS. You know what I'm saying? They're doing all these different types of things because there's no moral accountability. There's no standard. Like the brother said, do what you want to do, live it up, have fun, turn up. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what's getting pushed. That's a good point you brought up about being a child. And even when you look outside, you don't see kids playing outside no more, man.
Nope.
You got these kids inside with their iPhones playing these games on the iPhone, getting fat, being slobs, eating all over the damn place, man. You know what I mean? And that's really the stuff that you eat is really, that what goes in your body is what comes out of your body. When I say that, a lot of people are getting cancer, these diseases, you know what I mean? And that's from the stuff that you eating, not going out exercising like people used to do, not being active, you know what I mean? Well, that's neither here nor there, but I just want to bring up another point about the decaying structure of what you see today. But I'm going to continue with this article really quick, unless you had anything else.
You got to go ahead.
Okay. So usage of from the term frequently implies moral censure or an acceptance of the idea met with throughout the world since ancient times that such declines are objectively observable and that they inevitably precede the destruction of the society in question. For this reason, modern historians use it with caution. The word originated in medieval Latin, decadentia, appeared in 16th century French, and entered English soon afterwards. It bore the neutral meaning of decay, decrease, or decline until the late 19th century, when the influence of new theories of social degeneration contributed to in its modern meaning. Now, even when you go to the early 1900s, the early 20th century, you have what you would call the Great Depression. You know what I mean? And it's like after the Great Depression hit, I'm speaking on America within itself. America's society just got lower and lower. And then you got the stock market crash. What's up?
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay, you got the stock market crash that happened in the year 2008. Now they talk about, oh, that's getting better. It's getting better. No, when you really look at what's going on, it's actually getting worse. They're just deceiving you, making it seem like it gets better. But again, that's just examples of this decaying that society is going through right now. You know what I mean? When I continue, in literature, the decadent movement, late 19th century, Cecil, I believe that's what it's pronounced. Writers who were associated with symbolism or the aesthetic movement was given its name by hostile critics, later and triumphantly adopted by some of the writers themselves. The decadents praised artifice over nature and sophistication over simplicity, defined contemporary discourse of decline by embracing subjects in styles that their critics considered morbid and over-refined. Some of these writers were influenced by the tradition of Gothic novel and by the poetry and fiction of Edgar Allan Poe. And these were just writers that they were known known people. But again, what this article mainly went into was the decay of a certain structure, a certain standard, lower of standards that's been established. Every year it seems like the standards are getting lower and lower to the point where everything's acceptable. Hell, 10 years from now, God forbid we hear 10 years from now, these women ain't gonna be wearing no clothes at all. You know what I'm saying? Now they barely wearing clothes when they go out. You go 20 years ago, you know what I mean? Barely cleavage was showing. 40 years before that, it was all modest apparel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when we were in school, the girls had to if you had a skirt on, they had the hand test where if your skirt didn't go past where your hands were on towards your knees, then you couldn't wear that skirt. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays, man, girls be having especially these little 12 and 13-year-old girls. They wear these shorts that are literally right under their ass, and they be with their parents, man.
Yeah, brother.
You know
I saw that while I was at work. Me and this Jake, we was walking into the garage getting ready to load a car up, and we seen this chick bending over with some little shorts. We looking like, golly, tan legs, all that, man. When she had got up, bro, she looked like she was at least 13, maybe 14 years old, man. And it was like, what the hell? Now we know in the kingdom, hey, it's gonna be lawful, and I'm starting to see why it's gonna be lawful. But would it not be expedient and going into the standards of their parents, they should know that in their mindset, oh, she's young, she shouldn't be wearing stuff like that, or people are gonna be looking. But now it's just like they don't care. As long as it's pleasing to the flesh, as long as it's indulging to the flesh, they gonna roll with it. We gonna roll with it. That's how society thinks. We're gonna roll with it as long as we can benefit from it. We gonna roll with it.
Yep. You're right, man. I mean,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just thinking about seeing these little girls. I mean, you bend over, man, you see their whole ass, man. It's just, and especially with my job, I do a lot of recreational sports and stuff like that. Just seeing how parents don't have a problem with it, but then the minute you start gawking, because these 12 and 13-year-olds, they built like grown ass women now.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? So you looking at them, like a man will look at a woman, and they get mad at you. Look about to the atrocity. She's only 13.
Yeah.
Damn clothes on.
Are you kidding me?
That's the moral decline. You know what I'm saying? But you got it up.
God, I got this other article pulled up, just going into the history of other countries, other empires, other so-called quote unquote great empires that was very high and mighty, but through a dispensation of time, the lowering their standards, the moral standards, their decline, they pretty much end up going into their demise. You know what I mean? But this article, this is the one that you actually sent me. America's decadence signals end of an empire. Okay.
Right.
Sir John Glubb, a British author and lecturer, argued that most empires generally don't last longer than 250 years. Greek Empire, 231 years. Roman Empire, 207 years. Ottoman Empire, 250 years. Romanov Russian Empire, 234 years. British Empire, 250 years. Now the ones I'm about to name too aren't in this article, but you can even look at them when Nebuchadnezzar ruled. You know what I mean? After Nebuchadnezzar's rule, it was only about 116 to 150 years, and that was the end of Babylon. You know what I mean? When the Persians ruled, actually they ruled a little longer, but pretty much after those ancient civilizations, when you got Esau ruling, nothing lasted over 250 years. Now, when you look at America, You know, America actually just had its 240th to 240th year anniversary, and you can see the stuff that's going on right now. I'm talking about, you got wars, a rumor war, like our Lord prophesied about, earthquakes, you know, nations against nation. It's just insane when you look out, man. I'm talking about when you look on this Republican BS that's going on in Cleveland right now, man. Just Esau's just getting so bold. It's like, are you kidding me? Is this a joke?
Yeah,
Donald Trump running
like,
for president? Hillary Clinton?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It's like the Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin up there, man.
Bro, it really is, man. All Donald Trump needs to do is get 2 beers, slam together, and drink them, bro, and people gonna tear it up. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be like, yeah, I'm voting for him just because he do that. It's like Donald Trump is an example of one who lacks moral standards.
Right.
You know?
Perfect example.
Yeah, and he's possibly gonna be the next president of the United States of America, which shows you this place is a joke.
And then his wife stole the speech from Michelle, man. Word for word.
Word for word, bro. Word for word, man. And this bitch is a fucking ex-model. Used to be a Playboy model.
Yeah.
And you know, she's gonna be the first lady. Not that we give a shit about this country and what it has anyway, but we're just showing examples of the low level this place is in right now, man. And that's why we're out on the highways and byways teaching. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like when you go to I'm gonna pull up the scripture really quick, and I'm gonna go back to this article. Give me 1 second, so. All right, I'm gonna go to the book of Jeremiah, and then I'm gonna go back to the scripture. This article. Unless you got something afterward. Jeremiah chapter. Let me see where it talks about prophets going out. Preached against the downfall of many kingdoms.
Oh, it's Jeremiah 28:8.
Oh, it's 28:8. I knew I was in 28. I don't know why I was about to go to verse 26. I'm like, what? Salakia. The water, brother.
Y'all good.
Okay, Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what we're doing right now. We're at the end of this kingdom. You know, the end of Babylon's kingdom, we did that. The end of Persian's kingdom, we did that. The end of Greece's kingdom, we did that. The end of Rome, we did that. The end of right now in this society, we doing that, man. You know, the destruction of this place is inevitable, and you can see that through the decadence. You know, you can see that through the moral decay of the structure that Esau's put out, man. You know, go ahead.
I'm sorry. That's
cool.
I want to say something too, because you look at these other countries where it says 230, 240, 250 years, this, that, and the third. What people need to understand is when these empires were really going on, there weren't no GMOs, there weren't no chemtrails, there was no internet. You know what I'm saying? You know, technology, people look at technology like the state of the art and this next level, this, that, and the third. The Lord literally used technology, specifically the internet, to expose and destroy you so-called Edomites and expose you 2/3 because when it comes to the power of technology and the internet, you have the access to do whatever impulsive thought hits your brain. You can get into that right then and there. If you want to date somebody, if you want to go look at porn, if you want to look at the tree, if you want to discover the real name of the Lord, all that stuff is out there. And because these people are laden with iniquity, laden with decadence, all they're doing all day is, like it says in 2 Timothy, they're indulging in themselves. They're eating dollar menu burgers, you know what I'm saying? They're ordering pizza, you know what I'm saying? They're doing all of this stuff with technology, and that's what's killing this society. That's one of the many things that are killing this society, the access to do as thou wilt. If you want to look at animals have sex, or an animal sleep with a man, or whatever, child, all that wickedness is right in front of your face at the click of a button, man. And nobody can tell you, oh, you can't do that or you shouldn't do that, this, that, and the third. They got groups like NAMBLA and that are still, prominent groups that are well known, that are known for sleeping with children, things of that nature. But the point is, the technology is why this society is going to fall even further. Even the money system is based on technology. Because LeBron James has $50 million in his bank account, those are just numbers. He don't really have that money. You know what I'm saying? It says that we're $18 trillion in debt. They're just numbers. Everything is just fake, man. It's synthetic. And you can't thrive in a society where everything is so synthetic. But that's Esau. He has a synthetic blessing.
There
and
you
Jacob's
go.
been caught
You
up into
hit
that synthetic blessing.
You hit
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Exactly. Brother, when you got a counter profane man like Esau who has a synthetic blessing, of course, everything around him that he's going to build up is going to be synthetic as well. You know, everything that he brings up is going to be synthetic. Like you said, brother, from the food, you know, from the stuff that you see on TV, from the just from the vibrate, you know what I mean? Just from what he produces. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I'm talking about this man is in continual debt. You know what I mean? This place is in debt. You know, we're all in debt. If we all in debt, that's because this country's in debt. That's because this rulers in debt, man. But yeah, you brought up a good point, brother. I don't want to digress too much, man. But this place is low level and it's dying. Like, even when you go to that word debt, it means thick clay. You know what I'm saying? That's what this place is laden with. You know? But I'm going to continue with this article, okay? We're sitting at a ripe age, Salaka, we're sitting at a ripe old age of 237, which this article was 3 years ago. And deep in the midst of what Glubb called the age of decadence, the final stage of an empire that is marked by defensiveness, pessimism, materialism, frivolity, and the welfare state, okay? Now, a key word that stuck out to me there was materialism. All right. And it's like everybody has to be materialistic on the side in order to be considered something. Everything's based off materialism, from what you see on TV to what you see on social media. Even when you try to date a chick, man, if you ain't materialistic, she ain't going to roll with you. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys on Facebook, social media, flashing their money. You know what I mean? Throwing their money at windows, just going to hotels, throwing money up in the air. You know what I mean? If it's not about my Bugatti, I don't want it. Bugatti boys. Just that goes into that the definition we read into the downfall of the art, you know what I mean, the economy, all of it, you know what I mean. This goes hand in hand with it, okay? But we're too big and powerful to fail, and that's what they say. This is America, the land of freedom and opportunity. Now, really quick, can you pull up that Psalms 49, you know, the 48th chapter?
Oh, Psalm 49:11.
Yeah, 49:11. Yeah,
this is Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own name.
See? Thy pride of thine heart has deceived thee, them that dwell in the clefts of the rocks. In this article, it says, but we're too big and too powerful to fall. This is America, the land of the free and opportunity. But what the scripture has said is that they believe that their houses are going to stand forever. You know, that's the mindset of the so-called American. Of the low-level American. They believe that America's so great, can't no place take it down. That's why all these countries are going to blow ICBM missiles at it and turn this place into a big-ass ashtray, man. Because they believe that it was unstoppable. Like when the movie, like when they built the Titanic, you remember that? How they say even God couldn't sink that ship? And right after
I remember that.
Right after they said it, that same voyage, when they went out going wherever they was going, that bitch sunk, man.
You know what? It's the you said that I recently just got a chance to watch that new X-Men Apocalypse movie that came out, and they were talking about how the you know, I really feel like the character that was destroying everything was a depiction of Yahweh Shai.
I believe so
and
too.
They were talking about the 4 horsemen that he had, and he was like, they got that from the Bible, and they said maybe they got this from the Bible, maybe the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they were like, instead of saying like it came from the Bible, no, the Bible probably got it from them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is cloud as hell, man. Everything has to be the Bible for this. And to be honest with you, man, that's what's wrong with a lot of you know a lot of niggas, man. A lot of you 2/3, man. You want to shun everything, but you want to look at everything else, but Yahweh Shai in the Bible. You want to say that Egypt is the way. You want to say that all these other things are the way to shun yourself, and you're shunning yourself from the power that's actually going to save you. So when the Lord comes back to destroy you all, He's gonna be rightfully so, because people are so bold to where they're like, you see that? That's the white man's Bible. You see this? But don't even know how to break down Jeremiah 14:2. Don't even know what Jeremiah is. You know? So you know, the people think they have because the thing that the white man has taught society to do, they've taught society to get the truth in a soundbite. So somebody can watch a video about something and think they have the full understanding of it, but the Bible is living water, man. it never ends. The elders are still learning stuff. They 30 years deep. How much more somebody 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old? So you can't get the truth in the soundbite. And this society is so microwave generation minded that because things aren't popping off the way that they expect them, where you don't see chariots flying in the sky like on World of Wars, and you don't see stuff happening like on Independence Day. They're thinking, oh, okay, it is what it is, whatever, I can do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Just like it says in Psalms 10. They don't really think that they're going to pay for anything. These white folks, all these people have lost faith. The only men that have faith are those men that you see on the corners, on the highways and the byways, telling you, look, this place is going to be destroyed, just like he said in Jeremiah 28. All right? We've always, through the spirit, if we're those men, there's always been a group of men that have always told you, this place is falling. Hey, get off your, chill out. And the Lord has so much grace and so much mercy that he's giving you all this time to get right. So when he comes to destroy your wicked ass, it's going to be righteously so.
That's right. That's right, brother. It's been multiple examples. It's been multiple testimonies of what's going to happen, and people still don't want to get it right. We out there in the highways and byways every week, There's videos on YouTube constantly. If you don't end up getting this, whose fault is that? It's your fault. We doing our part. But that goes into, like you said, that microwave mentality that the society's force feeding. You know what I mean? They need it now. They need it quick. That fast food mentality, man. They don't want to take time to make a good meal. They want to hurry up and eat this quick meal real quick. When I say that, I'm talking about their indulgence, the stuff they're indulging on. And what's the good meal? These scriptures, living in righteousness, man. But that microwave GMO stuff, man, that stuff's gonna end up killing them. And that's the ways of this world. But I'm gonna continue on with this article. I'm sure the Greeks and the Romans felt much the same way. The fall of the Greek Empire is, among other things, a story of a top-heavy government that could not tax enough producers to sustain a growing number of bureaucrats. Conflict and competition between city-states destroyed a sense of national unity, and the citizens were more interested in living the good life than in nurturing their culture. And again, that's that YOLO spirit. That's that YOLO spirit that was regenerated. You know what I mean? That YOLO spirit's been all over the place for eons.
I got a precepts for you on that out too.
Okay, kind of really quick. What I was gonna say, really quick before you bring that out. You know what I mean? Every time a nation or a society starts experiencing that YOLO spirit very heavy, that's how you know that it's gonna fall quick. You know what I mean? But yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah 49:31, and then you got it. Arise, get ye up into the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care, saith the Lord, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone.
That's right, brother. Man, without cares. And you can witness that, again, we brought it up earlier. You can witness that just through their daily walk. Just through how these people live, man. Like we did a sit down last week. Me, Mikey Alla, Yarala, Yakwa, pretty much going into walking in the spirit. And one of the brothers brought up a point talking about how these peons that you see everywhere are doing the exact opposite. And they're walking after the flesh. And when you walk after the flesh, that's how you walk without cares. Because you walk without a care in the world. You walk with that, it is what it is, whatever mindset. We're going to die anyway.
Right.
Like Wisdom of Solomon talks about, I believe, the second chapter. But you got any more on that, or is that it?
That's all on that verse. What I wanted to talk about is that second part. It says that the Lord arise, get you up into the wealthy nation, and dwell without care, said the Lord, which have neither gates nor bars. When you look at these older civilizations, there was always a wall around the city. There was always a wall around that kingdom to protect itself.
Right.
Man, anybody can come in and come out of this country at any point. You know what I'm saying? So, so when the destruction does come, there's no protection from all these missiles. Just like again in the X-Men Apocalypse, when he set up all those missiles, if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it.
I've seen it. I've seen it a few times.
Man, it's real good. He set up all those missiles with his hand, with his missile power, and they were from Russia, France. They were all going up in the air, and it's like it really got me to thinking about Revelation 18:8. You know what I'm saying? Like when those missiles really hit, from all these countries, like seeing it in a movie and the reality of how it's really gonna happen, you don't have a chance in hell, man. Like you gonna need your Howard shot, bro, because these missiles can hit and strike in Houston, and they still be bombing all the way to Dallas, man.
Right.
That's 4 hours of road. You know what I'm saying? Right. If you've ever gone on a trip, like either you're flying like to the West Coast, or you're just driving through rural areas, you know what I'm saying, where there's a lot of farmland, you really get to realize, especially when you're flying at night. If you fly at night, man, you can see, like you'll go through Dallas, then you'll see the lights. Then for about 30 minutes, you'll see nothing. You'll see pitch black. Then you'll see another city, and you'll see pitch black. There's more areas of just uncharted territory than there is cities. So when you think about how vast America is and how quick it's going to be destroyed, that's how you know you're going to need a higher power, man. Because it's going to be so ugly, bro. Like when these missiles hit, bro, if one missile hits, let alone hundreds of them, thousands of them. You know what I'm saying? And Jake, y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up, man. It's over for America. It's over. Yeah, enjoy. I mean, look at John Jones, man. John Jones can't catch a break. You know what I'm saying? Like every time he tries to go fight, he they got him for some doping case. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not your rest, man. The white man don't like you. You're an enemy of the state, like Will Smith was in the movie. You know what I mean? All your conversations are recorded. They watch everything that you put on your history. They use everything against you. They tell you who you should vote for, who you shouldn't vote for, what you should believe in, how you should believe in it. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at the WNBA, and these girls are getting fired. Like when the LGBT community came out, they were all had their little rainbow flag, and nobody said nothing. These exact same girls, they started protesting with the Black Lives Matter movement. Now they're getting fined, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. This place ain't set up for you, man. It's over, man.
Nakia, and this article further on even continues to prove the beautiful point that you brought out. All right. I'm gonna continue. It says the demise of ancient Rome, and of course, if you're in the spirit, we're gonna know that America's Rome 7.0. But the demise of ancient Rome has been assigned to many culprits. The empire became a dictatorship, which this empire actually might become a dictatorship, especially if World War III hits right around the election time. That executive order Barack Obama signed pretty much showed that if this country's in a state of war, there's not going to be another president, and he's actually going to be known as a dictator and not just a president. I don't know if you looked at that, but it's pretty interesting when you read the executive order. But the empire became a dictatorship with the citizens removed from the act of governing. Heavy taxes were paid by the provinces to support the luxuries of Rome. To pay for their excesses, emperors devalued the currency. And I mean, come on now, is this not a Federal Reserve note we have right now? Is that not a devalued currency? Okay,
right.
In a generous welfare state manipulated by elites to gain power, eventually bankrupted the empire, and that's the path that America's on right now. You know what I mean? The dollar's getting so low level to the point where actually people think the dollar is high right now, but if you actually go into it, the dollar might be high, but it's to the point where it's gonna pop and become nothing. You know what I mean? That's on the path that America's on right now, man, and it's the same path that its forefather Rome had taken. This is the same spirit being put in all over again, man. Like the scriptures say, there's nothing new under the sun. Okay, what happened in Greece is gonna happen. What happened in Babylon is gonna happen all over again. What happened in Persia? What happened in Greece? What happened in Rome? What happened in Britain? All of this is regenerated into one large lump sum, which is America. What happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? All of it's gonna happen all over the place, man. And these are places that had no moral decay. Started off low level, ended off no level. But that was hundreds of years ago. Things are different now. Quote unquote is what they say. Really? Let's see. American citizens have never been more affluent. We have wondrous new discoveries of oil and natural gas, and biggest threat to our natural health is obesity, not hunger. We have easy access to the greatest technology in the world. We have the world's strongest military, and we enjoy a relatively stable system of government. And that's what they say. That's what this article said, but he's just going into what these low-level peons say, man. That's their scapegoat for it. That's their defense for it. You know, oh, we're in the future now, things are a whole lot different. But if you actually see what's in front of you, if you can't even breathe the air that you're breathing without getting sick, you know this place is on a decline. But it's like these people are programmed not to think that way, you know, and that's that deception, not deception, I'm sorry. That's that delusion Yahweh Shem Yahushua placed on these people, you know, to make them believe in a lie. Okay? We are on a course of destruction and decay that has struck down too many countries before us. As a nation, we have lost sight of our founding principle of liberty and a pursuit of prosperity. Now, really, this place never had principles that were of liberty. You know, that was justice. You know, this place was built off the backs of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And like the scriptures say in actually not Jeremiah, I'm even go to the scripture really quick. And I wasn't gonna make this too much longer. It's a little more to the article, unless you got more as well. But
you got it, bro.
Con. I'm gonna go to Numbers, chapter 35. Oops, I went to 33 on accident. So like, give me 1 sec. Numbers, chapter 33, verse 35. Actually, I think it's 30. Salaki, I'm sorry. 35 and 33. I always get these mixed up. There we go. All right, Numbers 35 and 33 reads, So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood has defiled the land. And that's America, man. Blood has defiled America. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. You know? So we're living in the age, or we're living in the time where this paradigm shift is finna happen. That's why you see Jake rising up. Even though it's 2/3 Jake that's low level, but they have that complete understanding. Soon as enough Jakes get killed and blood spilled, it's blood that has to be shed. That's why a lot of these niggas is killing cops. You know?
Right.
And ultimately it's gonna come back to our Lord coming back, destroying all these people, man. And this kingdom our kingdom being established in righteousness. But we see the decline in this place, morally and physically. You know what I mean? We see it with our own eyes, man. Niggas is getting shot and killed. I'm talking about it's coups going on. You know what I mean? Cities getting shot up. Dallas, Baton Rouge, Kansas City, and it's only gonna get heavier. It's only gonna increase more and more and more, man. That's why it's important for us to buckle up, because we're living at the end of this society. We're living at the end of this age. We're living at the end of this country, this nation. You know?
Right.
Again, same stuff happened after a downfall of every kingdom, downfall of every country. It was conflict, heavy conflict that went on. Okay? I'm gonna finish this article up. Actually, it's a whole lot more left to it. Man, actually, I'm not even gonna go into the whole thing. That's we pretty much hit the main points of it. If brothers want to read it, the article is stocks will collapse by 50%. I'm sorry, America's decadent signals end of empire. So if brothers want to read the whole thing, again, you see it on the screen. I got one more scripture that I'm gonna pull up, and that's in Revelations, the 18th chapter. And I'm going to start at verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Now, this is going into a future prophecy of this, which is Babylon, which is Mystery Babylon, is America. You know, and it's going into America being destitute, being a wilderness. You know, ain't gonna be no more living over here. It's nothing but birds and crows and you know, tumbleweed. You know what I mean? That's what that's going into. When you read verse 3, it reads, For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Okay?
Right.
And that's what you see all over the place, man. You know, the westernization, they went everywhere, created embassies, created banks. A lot of kings all over the earth fornicated with her, that was in cahoots with her. And a lot of these same countries are going to come against her because they're going to realize that this country's full of shit. And I don't even want to say gonna realize, because now we're living in a state where they know that this country's full of shit. You know? Especially people like Vladimir Putin. You know, he's
Come
got
on,
his
man.
missiles ready right now. Kim Jong-un, you know, the dictator over there in North Korea, you know, they testing missiles right now, even though they're so-called aiming at South Korea. But, man, we know that all the missiles ain't gonna just go towards South Korea, bro. That's right next to them, bro. If they hit South Korea, they hit North Korea, man. They trying to come against America, bro. That's just their scapegoat.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
all these countries, all these not dictators, I'm sorry, but all these rulers are gonna come against this whore, as the scriptures spoke of, man. You know,
Yeah,
and we
because
oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Because
No.
America is the place of, America is the king of getting their lick back. You know what I'm saying? When you think about, hell, I'm going to go as small as O.J. Simpson. These motherfuckers still bothering this dude about killing this white girl. You know what I'm saying? You look at Osama bin Laden. You know what I mean? You look at Remember the Alamo, Remember Pearl Harbor, all these different things. America has to bomb you back if you do something to them.
Right.
Now, think about all these people that Vietnam, Hiroshima, you know, there's just all different types of small little areas, Desert Storm, you know what I mean? All these different places that war has been that America has caused, that Iraq left these other places in shambles, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that they not mad about what happened in the early 1900s with the Nagasaki and Hiroshima? You think they don't want blood for that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All these countries, man, have been done wrong by this war. Whether it's physically, politically, economically, you know what I'm saying? Physiologically, anything. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing with the whole Arabs and the Bin Laden was because they wanted opium, man.
Mm-hmm.
You think Afghanistan ain't gonna come back and try to, whatever missiles they do have, they gonna be like, oh, we gonna, you know what I mean? Because people don't like getting done wrong, man. That's why the Bible say when the what does it say? When the righteous are in power, people
when the wicked rule, people mourn, but when the righteous rule, people rejoice.
God, and you got these other nations mourning, man. Moab this morning, you got Ammon mourning, you know what I'm saying? You got Ishmael this morning. The earth is mourning, man. Everybody is tired of this so-called white man, you know what I'm saying? And you're going, Lord willing, you know, we're going to get a chance to see. I mean, we're already seeing it now. This is the greatest time in history because we actually are we're seeing our enemy's downfall. You know what I'm saying? And all these nations that set up to be in power and lead with him, they're leaving his confederacy, and they're going and doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? And everything is breaking up. Like you look at Daniel, the 10 toes, all right? We're in that time period right now. It was written thousands of years ago. It's happening right now. There's no better time to lock in on this truth than right now. Because you can't, I mean, if you think about it, bro, so much stuff has happened. Jada forgot that Muhammad Ali and Prince got killed. You know what I'm saying? Jada forgot about the Jesse Williams speech and you know what I'm saying? Alton Sterling, like stuff is happening so fast you can't keep up. Every day you turn on the TV, Turkey, something going on. Somebody got shot in America. Venezuela, you know, they eating cats and dogs. Go to Russia, they finna bomb South Korea. Like it's just all over the place, bro. It's hot. It's the news is crazy right now. So if you're not locked in on at least one of these topics, you know what I'm saying? You need to check yourself spiritually, man.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Like if a brother comes up to you and it's like, man, bro, you hear about this turkey or you hear about this? I'm not saying you got to know everything about it, but be aware, man. Be aware because it's your job to be sober-minded and be vigilant because the devil moves like a roaring lion. He's trying to destroy you. So if you still in that mindset of do as thou wilt, I'm gonna do me, I ain't gonna worry about nothing, blah blah blah, you get caught out here real bad, man. Just like the Pokemon Go thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful. I was gonna bring that up too. Go ahead, you got it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was looking at the Pokemon Go game. It's taking the world by storm. It's crashed the internet, all that type of stuff. And I saw one clip in New York Central Park where people were literally getting out their cars while it was running to go find a damn imaginary, I don't know, character.
That happened down here too. That happened down here on what side is the mall on? What side is North Park Mall on? What is that? Uptown or something?
North Park, it's North Dallas, off the 75.
Yeah. It was a swarm of people all over the place. It was. I'm not gonna say it was in front of the mall, but it was around that area. You know what I'm talking about? It was hundreds on top of hundreds of people running, bumping into each other, fighting each other, trying to catch some goddamn creature that don't even fucking exist, man. You know? But again, that goes into the moral decline, the decline of morality, man. These niggas so heavy in tune with with this goddamn technology, excuse my language, excuse my French, that niggas is playing Pokemon, bro.
The same place, not even 14 days ago, 15 days ago, not even a month ago, that snipers were shooting on top of the building, and you in the same street playing Pokemon Go.
Right.
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah.
You deserve death.
God, brother. But hey, the water for the information, the water for the lesson. The water for being on the other end of this call. You know what I mean? Lord willing, it was edifying through the Spirit, but we're all witnessing the moral decay of this place, and it's gonna keep on getting worse, man. So, hey, the more you see is the more evidence shows you that our Lord's getting ready to come back soon. So, like the brother said, we need to stay, we need to stay valiant. You know what I mean? Stay vigilant.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Stay sober-minded, okay? Because, like you said, he's gonna come like a roaring lion, and with that being the case, we need to buckle down even more, okay? So, again, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutation to you elect brothers kicking this word of sincerity and truth. Man up, Shalom.
Shalom.